Welcome to my channel, guys. In this video we're going to talk about how to see what kind of nature your spouse will have from your birth chart. So I'm going to tell you by Vedic Astrology. Everyone is very interested and curious to know what kind of spouse they will get, their looks, and what kind of nature, because nature is more important than looks. Even if your spouse will not look good, but if your spouse will really love you and will have a good nature, then definitely it will be easier for you to stay with him or her. So this is a very important video to know what kind of spouse you're gonna have. So before we get started, please subscribe my channel and follow me on Instagram as well. So let's get started. So firstly, to know nature of your spouse, it's very important you see which sign is sitting in your seventh house, in your seventh house. That sign will tell you in a general manner what will be the nature of your spouse and what will be his view of looking towards life and what will be his perspective of looking at life. So that sign is very important and we need to check it very properly. Then we need to check the planets placed there. The planets will tell you how the nature of your spouse will be manipulated by the presence of a particular planet. Then you see where the Lord is placed. If Lord is afflicted, then it will also impact the nature of your spouse to a very great extent. So this all we need to check. If Lord is well placed, nature of your spouse will be good as well. And we need to check Rahu and Ketu as well, because if they sit in your seventh house or first house, it will drastically affect the nature of your spouse. So let's say if Aries is sitting in your first house, in your seventh house, so your spouse will be very confident, will have anger issues as well, will always try to dominate you. You won't be able to dominate your spouse. Your spouse will dominate you. And if Mars is well placed, your spouse will be ready to do anything for you. Your spouse will be very energetic. And if Mercury is also combined here, so your spouse will like to have fun and you'll spend good time together, and your relationship will be very romantic as well, and that passion and that spark will always be there in your relationship. So it's so good to have Aries here. It will give you over a spouse who is not who will not be a coward and will do anything for you, will do anything to get you. So it's a very positive thing here to have Aries. And now see how Mars is placed and the planets placed there. It will play a greater role. I will make a separate video properly so that people can understand it well. And then you need to see if Taurus is there, your spouse will have a rigid behavior, because this Taurus is a fixed sign. So for example, if your spouse decides something, so it will become hard for you to change it. Your spouse will be practical, will be very family oriented. So your spouse will love his family a lot unless and until his second house is afflicted or your 8th house is afflicted, something like that. So your spouse will love his family a lot. Your spouse will be practical, well-oriented, and will love to save, take decisions practically. So what happens here is that sometimes like a sign of Gemini or Sagittarius, they are not able to, or even Aries, they are not able to be compatible with Taurus sign. So a sign like Scorpio and Pisces, these kind of signs are well compatible with Taurus. Then Gemini, so if Gemini is rising there in 7th house, your spouse will be very childish, will be very good communicator, and your spouse will be possessive as well. You will have very good communication. and you will have to become mature to deal with your spouse, because in this relationship you will become the elder and your spouse will become the child, because Mercury is a child, so your spouse will be that child, and you will have to handle your spouse. And so it's a very good relationship, Sagittarius and Gemini. And you will also desire a spouse who is just like that. If Venus is here, your spouse will attract opposite sex a lot. So this is the thing, and your spouse will be very intelligent, business oriented, very clever. You will not be able to fool your spouse. Your spouse will be very clever. You will not be able to hide something from your spouse. So never try to play with a Gemini. And then if Cancer is there in your seventh house, then your spouse will be very emotional, very motherly like. Even if it's a male, then also your spouse will be motherly like and will be emotional, and there will be love between you, will care for you emotionally, just like you are a practical. As a Capricorn, you're a practical person, so definitely you need someone who can couple with you, who can stay with you and can understand your practicality. So that's why the sign of Cancer is the one who will definitely understand you. Emotional sign, water sign, your spouse is very sensitive, so before you say something you need to be careful that you do not hurt your spouse, because your spouse will be having that sentiments that can be hurt. So always deal with your spouse properly and understand their emotions, understand them, because they are the people who will not speak even if they get hurt, because they don't want to show you that they are really hurt. Because this sign is very, and they're naughty as well, because it's a moon and moon is a naughty planet. So definitely your spouse will be naughty, playful, and have changeable mind, sometimes thinking that, sometimes thinking something else. So this thing will be there in your spouse. And now if it's Leo, then your spouse will be very dominating, and your spouse will love to serve people, help people, will be a good leader, and your relationship will be like very much practical type of relationship, where you will always take practical decisions, and do not think that you will try to dominate your spouse and your spouse will listen to you, because it's Leo sign and these people will not listen to you. You will have to listen to them, understand them, because all the planets follow sun. Sun doesn't follow any planet. So even they will not listen to Saturn as well. So this is the thing. You will have to serve your spouse, listen to your spouse, even if it's a female. Then also you will have to serve her, listen to her, and she will be the dominant person, and she will always be that decision maker in the relationship, in the marriage. Without her permission, nothing would happen. So this is the thing. And then if it's Virgo, then Virgo, your wife or your husband will be very practical, will be very intelligent, will be a critic type of person, like will be very calculative, always calculating this or that, and their mind is constantly working. They will be very intelligent and very good in mathematics, and you will be able to like share anything with them. They will always have a solution for that. And like you are a Pisces, you are very soft-hearted. Your spouse, the person who will be practical, will be able to deal with you properly by their intelligence, and they are so much clever to deal with any situation. So it's a good sign. Virgo sign, it's a good sign. Just one thing is that they will be practical and they will not think from heart. They will think from they will not think from heart, they will think from their mind, and they will be very detail oriented, like they will not take any decision without they properly go into the details and know what's actually gonna happen. So now if you have Libra in 7th house, your spouse will be romantic, very good looking, will be very fashion loving, and will also be in arts. No matter what they do, but their interest and love for art, beauty will always be there, and will be good looking as well, will be very romantic. And if it's a girl, then she will be very romantic, will love you, and you'll share a very good and happy relationship with each other. If it's a Scorpio, then your spouse will be very deep thinker and will not share with you everything, will love to keep the relationship hidden from the public, will be very passionate as well, and they will be very secretive, or they will can get jealous and possessive as well if you go with someone else or talk to someone else. So they will be very possessive, but as you are a Taurus, you will have that practicality to deal with that situation. Someone who is Scorpio is a very emotional sign as well, so you will be able to handle that emotions, and if they feel jealous or possessive, you will be able to handle that. If it's Sagittarius, then your spouse will be very good, intelligent, and very simple person who will not like to do fashion or will care about how they're actually looking. They will praise knowledge and will have all the Jupiterian qualities. So it's a good thing for a Gemini, because Gemini always needs a person who is intelligent, who is wise, who is simple, who is matured, and can understand their childishness, because they're childish, so they need someone who is quite mature to handle them. If it's Capricorn, then your spouse will be quite practical, will take decisions practically, and will be well oriented, will love their career, and they will not be very emotional or too much in love. They will not like all that thing or always being romantic. They will not like that, but they will be very much dedicated towards you, will never cheat you. And if you want to be with them, you should understand their practicality, because for them their work is more important than being in romance or being in love. They don't wanna get into all these things. They don't like it. Then if it's Aquarius, then your spouse will be very social, will always be in social media or working online or something like that, and your spouse will always serve you, will always be there for you, because you are Leo, you are dominant. So your spouse will have to understand you. They will be intelligent as well, and they will always work hard by their physical body. They will have to work hard, and they will have a lot of friends, and but still you will need to have that romance in a relationship. I mean that communication to make that relationship work, because both the planets are Sun and Saturn are unequal towards each other, and they don't share the relationship with each other. But both have nothing to do with love or marriage. So this relationship will be very practical. And then if it's Pisces, then your spouse will be very sweet, soft-spoken, and very nature loving, music loving, and wise, will try to understand you, will not have any anger issues unless until other plans aspected. Will care for you so much, will love you, will always be dedicated towards you, will not have any kind of jealousy or something like that for anyone. So you will have a very good spouse. But if it's afflicted, they will always be lost in their own world, and they will not care what's happening around. Sometimes they can become quite detached as well from you or anyone in this world, but still they will prove to be a very good spouse for you. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I will make a separate video for this as well, so it will be better for me to explain and for you to understand. So thank you for watching. Bye bye.